89.3 WKKC is the new sound of soul in Chicago, and you're tuned into the afternoon drive with Shavonn and Vanzant.
Right, we done went all the way across country to Australia and pulled this wonderful lady by the name of Jeniqua, who is a singer, songwriter, model, who believes in loving God, loving life, loving music, and overall loving people. And please believe she loves love. Give it up for Jeniqua right here on 89.3.
Hey, hey everyone.
Now,
So good to be here.
You are Australian.
I was born in Australia, and my heritage is, my nana, she was Swiss, she's no longer with us, but my grandfather is Danish, half Polish, so there's a bit of a mix going on.
Man, lovely combination.
Thank you.
So as I was reading, you are described as an R&B and gospel artist. But combined, how would you describe your music style?
I'm a gospel artist and always will be. And the flavor of gospel is R&B soul. Soul just happens to be what comes out of me. So, I've got blonde hair and everything, but, there's a whole lot of soul going on inside. So, and soul's not a color. So
it truly is not. And just going back by you saying the color, your name is very unique. Knowing that here in America, a name like Jeniqua is something that most African Americans will have as a name. Or do people say that to you a lot?
Not in Australia. Like when it took me going to America and to be told that when I was singing over there. Wow, that's a sister name. I'm like, what's that? And I'm like, what's that? Well, we're all brothers and sisters, God's children. But it didn't come about because of that reason. My 3-year-old, when she was 3, had Jeniqua as an artist name for about 11 years. And she came up with it because we were playing a name game together. It was really cute. And, she's saying all the different names you could say for my name. And before she did that, I was saying Shanice. Her name's Shanice. So I was like, Shanice, Shani, Nisi, Jeniqua. And then it was her turn to do it to me. And Jeniqua came up. I'm like, oh, my gosh, that's it. So, yeah, it's just stuck.
That's what's up.
And you know what's beautiful about it, really powerful, is that only a few years back, the meaning popped up on my computer. And I thought, oh, I don't even know what Jeniqua means. And I looked and it said God's grace. And I'm like, yes.
Perfect name.
So that's just powerful. Yeah. If it wasn't for his grace, I wouldn't even be here.
Right, true.
Doing
So how long you been singing?
Probably since I came out of the womb. Yeah.
Now, how long since he said how long you've been doing it, really, how long have you doing it professionally?
Over 15 years, and it's been amazing. Done lots of things, just with different sessions and band work, live work. Lived over in Asia for a while. Was a vocal director on some gospel albums and directing the team, creative ministries team in church I was in for 11 years, and just writing nearly every day. It's amazing, so it's been great.
So you were nominated last year for Chicago Music Award for Best Female Artist, and some of your songs have reached number 3, 11, and number 1 on R&B and hip-hop, so as well as the UK soul charts.
It's been amazing. Like, these things just kind of come out of nowhere. My motive behind doing music and writing is purely the love of it and just using what God's given me. God's given us all gifts, and to see people uplifted and to empower people is really my purpose. And the only thing that comes from that is such a blessing. And the Chicago thing as well, it's like, oh, really? It kind of came out of nowhere. But there are lots of places over there that play my music, probably more so over there than in Australia. And one of my songs, Making Love, that was released on a soul compilation album out of Europe in 2010, is still sitting at the top of the chart on tracksource.com. I feel really grateful.
Okay, so you have 2 songs, Keep It Moving,
as well as
Better Days. What was the process in making those 2 songs?
You really get to know me through my music. Is my journey. Things I've overcome, things I've walked through, things I desire and envision that maybe not have happened yet, but speaking those things into existence, and just being fully self-expressed in writing. That's how they came about.
That's cool.
So what are you working on now?
Well, I'm releasing a gospel album that's already ready to go. I'm working on the next gospel album, but I'm also working on my debut album. well, there's kind of 2 debut albums because one was supposed to come out of Europe in 2011.
Okay.
Got to roll with it.
Okay, so what could they find you if they want to check your music out?
I have a website. It's jeniquamusic.com. That's Jeniqua. You can find me, if you Google Jeniqua, Jeniqua, lots of things pop up. So I've got a SoundCloud, Jeniqua-music. And there's also a YouTube channel, Jeniqua1. You can find me on iTunes, City Baby, a lot of those associated digital download sites. I'm around.
So, basically, we could just Google you and we can find all we need to know about Jeniqua.
That's right.
All right.
Or you can ring me and ask me, and I can tell you some more.
Are you coming to Chicago anytime soon?
Oh, I would love to. I'll be there tomorrow.
So we're about to get into your song called Better Days. Would you like to bring it in?
Yes. This is my song, latest single off my Jeniqua EP, Better Day. And it's about moving on from a relationship and the process that you go through in letting go and moving on into a different state, a different way of being, and just moving on in love. Enjoy.